Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Aaron Woodson from The Face of Expression. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. All right. We were talking off set. We got some really neat things to talk about. You are a former military person. Thank you very much for your service to our great country.
You're welcome.
Author. And you have written, I have 3 books here.
Yes, sir.
3 books. The Face of Expression, The Face of Expression 2, and Aaliyah and Troy.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your writing. I was flipping through this thing and I saw a chapter called The Devil May Cry.
Well, the book itself, The Face of Expression, is a collection of poetry that I comprised, and it's just a lot of heartfelt expressions written, just from the heart. And The Devil May Cry, for example, that poem is like a spiritual poem. Just a lot of things that discussing about what's going on in the world. I just really take on any kind of arena, any kind of thing, like challenge that I want to write about. Talk about love, relationships, spirituality. I talk about just feelings.
So how did you get into poetry? Because today, right, as a young man, and we got to go with you being a young man, because if you're not a young man, then I'm not a young man. We got to be a young man. 29 and holding for the last 17 years. Poetry is not a form of expression that you see as often as you have historically, and especially in the era of social media, digital media. Poetry seems to have formulated into 1 minute or less video clips.
Right.
How'd you get into poetry?
Well, that's a good question. I started writing when I was 15 years old. I was pretty much entering high school, and it started off as like, okay, I'd study, Maya Angelou and Shakespeare, just notable, great literary authors and poets, and so they really stuck out to me as somebody that I wanted to aspire to be like. And I also, started writing poetry for the ladies, because, that was...
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But and I think that probably goes enough unsaid, because if one writes poetry for some person that has stolen your heart, that's a very good demonstration of your love and admiration.
Right.
So what else do you have going on? You got another one coming up? We got 3 here. We got The Face of Expression, the part 2, which is more poetry. And then what is Aaliyah and Troy?
Aaliyah and Troy, that's my screen.
This is adult about love, poetry, and PTSD.
Yes, sir. That's my screenplay that I wrote.
So this is a screenplay?
Yes, that I co-wrote with Mike Messier.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Going to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this is typically about my life story. There's a character named Troy. Troy is a retired military officer, who gets out of the service, and he's trying to integrate back into the civilian world. He's looking for a job, and he meets Aaliyah, who's a beautiful gym instructor. She teaches dance, Zumba, and she's a single mom with a 9-year-old daughter named Rosa. And to make a long story short, Troy, falls for Aaliyah, and they hang out, and Aaliyah's in this complicated situation where she has a baby dad named Brett, who's a poetry champion. And so Aaliyah introduces Troy, who would be me, essentially, and to this poetry arena, and she encourages him to perform in this tournament where her baby daddy is going to be performing, and it kind of is this.
Got it.
Yeah.
The dark and the light via poetry.
Yes.
Coming together, and hopefully light wins.
Right.
If people want to, okay, so we go on and on, all kinds of cool stuff. If people want to find out more about you, or your books, your screenplay, or what's coming out next, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
The best way to connect with me, to find me on social media, would be go on IG, is woodrock_707. And also on Facebook, you can find me by my name, Aaron, Aaron, last name Woodson, Woodson. Also, there's Twitter.
So you're on all the socials.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming and talking about this. Love to hear more about what you got going on, and don't check you out. Let's have these books as we go out. Guys, thanks for joining us on the Jacksonville Buzz. Go check out Aaron's works of poetry. The Devil May Cry. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Guys, thanks for joining us on the Jacksonville Buzz. If you like us, share us, and remember, live with gratitude.
Yeah.